Hello dear students, on behalf of GL Vijay, I am Kaushlen Kumar Singh here to explain you the fitting shop. Okay, so the today's topic is fitting shop. So what is the objective of this shop? First of all, I would like to tell you the objective of fitting shop is to let you know about the tools and operations performed in this particular shop. Okay, first of all, we will go through the tools used in various tools used in this shop. Thereafter, we will go for the operation or the procedure of performing this practical. Okay. So in this shop, we have totally 6 type of tools which are generally used in this shop. The tools are categorized as measuring tools, marking tools, finishing tools, cutting tools, striking tools, and the last one is clamping tool or holding tool. Okay, so one by one we will see the tools in each category. These tools are known as measuring tools. These tools are meant for the measurement purpose in this particular shop. So first of all, this is your steel rule, simply to measure the linear length of workpieces. This is used to measure the length. This is tri-square. This tool is used to measure the flatness of the surface or the cornerness of the surface, whether the corner is truly at perpendicular or not. This tool is divider. This tool is called divider. At many places you need to transfer the measurements from one workpiece to another workpiece. Let's say we have to mark here at 5 centimeter length, and divider is used to take the measurement. We will adjust the pointers of this divider at 5 centimeter, and then we can transfer it to some other specimen, some other workpiece. So this is divider. This is used to transfer the measurements from one workpiece to another workpiece. This tool is called inside caliper. This is used to measure the inside diameter, generally diameter of hollow workpieces. For example, if you want to measure the distance between these two lines, then you will apply this divider like this. You will broaden it up until it touches the inner surfaces of this hollow thing. When it touches the two inner surfaces, then you can measure it by putting it on the steel rule. So this is inside caliper. This is called inside caliper, and this is used to measure the inner diameter or inner dimensions of a workpiece which is hollow. Similarly, this is an outside caliper. This is called outside caliper, and this is used to measure the outside diameter. For example, this is a workpiece, and you want to measure this outside diameter of this piece. Then you have to broaden it up like this. And put it on the outer surface of this workpiece like this. Now the distance between these two pointers can be measured from using the steel rule. So these two tools are also called as indirect measurement tools, because they do not provide you the direct measurement of inner or outside dimensions, but you have to point the two pointers on the inner and outer surfaces, and then in the second stage you have to measure the distance between these two pointers using the steel rule. So these are indirect measurement tools, whereas this is direct measurement tool. This is direct measurement. Okay, so these were the measuring tools. Then comes your marking tools. So while working in fitting shop, at many places you have to point the marks, you have to make the marks in order to do your working. So for that very purpose we have some marking tools over here. This tool, you can say this is a scriber. You have to mark. You have to put a mark with the scriber like this. When scriber is applied, scriber does not indentate very very deep marks. So in order to make these marks very sound, we use this prick punch. After making a mark, you have to apply this prick punch on the very mark line to make it sound. So this is prick punch, which is also a marking tool to depthen or to make the indentation more sound. Then this is called center punch. In fitting shop, at many places we have to do drilling operation. We have to make holes. So before making holes, we are supposed to make a mark or indentation or deep indentation by using center punch at the place where the drilling has to be done. So this is your center punch, which is used to make a mark at a pointed mark where the drilling is going to be performed. Then this is your odd leg caliper, or also called Jenny caliper. This is used to make straight marks or straight lines parallel to the edges. For example, you have to make a straight mark parallel to this edge at 2 centimeters apart from the edge. Then you will fill a 2 centimeter distance, feed 2 centimeter distance in your odd leg caliper. Put the odd leg of caliper at the side of the edge, at the pointer at the top of the edge, and just scratch it like this, apply it like this, and you will get a parallel mark parallel to the edge at a distance of 2 centimeter. So this is also a marking tool, which is odd leg caliper, which is used to make lines parallel to the edges. Then comes your finishing tools. These tools are called files, which are used to finish the upper surface, outer surface of the workpiece. The files are classified on the basis of let's say on the basis of 2 criteria. One is the shape of the particular file, and another is the cut made on the pattern of cut made on the file. So on the basis of pattern of cut, files are classified in 2 categories. One is single cut and second one is double cut. So if you are able to see, this file is a single cut file because the pattern of cut is only in single direction. Whereas in this file you can see the cut is like this as well as like this also. So this is a double cut file, and these files are single cut file. This was the classification based on the type of cut. Then comes the classification based on the shape. As you can see, these files have different shapes. Just depending on the shape, the file has been named. This is a flat file. This file is called flat file. This is half round file. You can see one surface is half round, another is flat. So this is half round file. This is round file. The entire surface is round. This one is triangular file. The cross section of the file is in triangular shape. That's why it's triangular file. And this is rectangular file or square file. The cross section is of a square shape. So on the basis of cut and shape, files are like this: square file, triangular file, flat file, half round file, and round file. So these are the finishing tools. Then comes the cutting tools. First of all, the main primary cutting tool of fitting shop is hacksaw. This saw is called hacksaw, and these are of 2 types. One is fixed frame hacksaw. The frame of hacksaw is fixed, and this is your cutting blade. This is fixed frame hacksaw. This one is adjustable frame hacksaw. From here you can adjust the length of the frame as per the requirement of cutting. So this is your adjustable frame hacksaw, and this is your fixed frame hacksaw. Then comes, these are called tabs. These are used to make internal threads in a workpiece. Many times you need to make internal threads on a piece of metal. For that very purpose, these tabs are used. These tabs are applied in 3 steps. That's why these are categorized in 3 categories. The very first tab, which is used to make internal thread in a hole, is called taper tab. This is the very first tab which is applied for making internal thread. This is called taper tab. Then comes the secondary or intermediate tab, and after that we apply the bottom or plug tab. So these 3 tabs are used in the same sequence as I said, in order to get an internal thread in a pre-drilled hole. Mind it that before making an internal thread, you must have a hole that is going to be made by drilling. These are called tap wrenches. These are used to hold the taps like this. The tap will be held in the tap wrench, and then the tap will be applied in this way. This is called die. As you can see, inside the die there are tools are made. This tool is used to make threads on upper surface of the workpiece, like a bolt. At the bolt, you can see at the upper surface of bolt, threads are made. The threads will be made on the upper surface of a workpiece by using this tool, which is called die. These are tabs and these are die. This is tab wrench. This is your cutting tool, hacksaw. Then comes your striking tool. This is a hammer. The pin of this hammer is of round shape, so this is called round pin hammer. And this hammer, as you can see, the pin is cross to the handle, so this is cross pin hammer, and this is a round pin hammer. The classification of hammer will be discussed in detail in blacksmithy shop. For here, this purpose, you can see this is round pin hammer and this is your cross pin hammer. Then the last one is your clamping device or holding device. This is called bench vise, which is used to clamp the workpiece. The workpiece is clamped in this device like this. The jaws will be widened, and after fitting the workpiece, you have to tighten that like this, and the workpiece will be fastened or fixed in this jaw. So this tool is called bench vise, which is used to hold the workpiece in fitting shop. So these were the important tools which we are going to use in fitting shop. In the next video, we will see how the experiment has to be done, how the objective has to be fulfilled in the fitting shop.